too nasty. It's too nasty. It's too nasty.
Yeah, dollar, yeah.
Sign. Oh, I see sign. Keep in mind, everybody rolling ain't gon' ride when it's time. If you hit they line and they don't pick up, that's a sign.
It's too nasty.
Yeah, dollar, yeah.
It's too nasty.
Yeah, dollar, yeah.
Sign.
All right. Okay, you guys. Thank you for joining the CyntSaidIt podcast show. Welcome, you guys. It's been a minute. Okay. So y'all bear with me. It's been a minute. Okay. So I have a special guest. Y'all are familiar with her. She is my friend, and I do say my friend. Okay. And we're going to define that after a while. Okay. My good friend, Miss Quisha, in the building. Welcome to the CyntSaidIt podcast show. Okay, I want to say first off, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I first want to start out by saying thank you for joining me on this particular topic. And I know we've discussed a lot of topics, but I really wanted you to join me on the panel today. And before I even get started, just to let everyone know, this site is for education and entertainment purposes. Therefore, everything that I say after this, you guys, is allegedly, okay? But I will be dropping a few links as we discuss some of the videos in question. We will be discussing that. So today's show, we're going to talk about what happened to Shanquella Robinsons, and prayers and our condolences going out to the family of the Robinsons, the family. From my family to yours, prayers are going out. And so without further ado, I want introduce yourself, Miss Quisha, and let the audience know who you are, and so that we can get this thing cracking.
Hey, CyntSaidIt, so I'm happy to be here. We finna get in this thing. We finna break some stuff down. Keep in mind, these are our opinions, only our opinions, some assumptions. And again, these are all allegedly. Nobody has been convicted of any crimes. And I also just want to say we appreciate y'all listening, and make sure, all opinions are welcome. If you have anything to add, if we missed anything, please make sure y'all are writing it down in that chat. We will be reading those chats and responding to those. We welcome all opinions, all facts. We don't know everything, and we're just breaking it down how we see it.
Absolutely. And again, if you guys have any questions or concern, please drop them in the comments after the video is over, and we will be sure to answer as many questions as we can. And we're going to try to comb through what we have been seeing just as well as what you guys have been seeing as well. So we're going to start off, if you all have not heard of the story of Miss Shanquella Robinson, her along with how many other was it? 4 or 5 other people went to Cabo, Mexico on a vacation, and they rented this like an Airbnb. Not even 24 hours into the trip is where Shanquella ends up dead. And so we're going to start with the beginning and who we saw were there and who said they came later, things of that nature. And I think the video that has already surfaced and gone viral, which everyone has seen, we're gonna comb through that as well. We're gonna pull it up and we're gonna comb through it as well. before we get started, is there anything as far as the beginning? Let's start with the beginning. When you first saw the video, um, Quisha, what were your thoughts? I mean, like, what was the first thing came to your mind when you saw the video that went viral? What was the first thing came to your mind?
So I want to go back a little bit further than that, and I want to send all of my condolences to the family. We respect your privacy at this time, and like I said, these are just our opinions and what we've read. We can only go by what we see. And I want to start with when I first saw the story. Now, mind you, when I first saw it, there was no video.
Okay.
It was only reports that she went on vacation with her friend and she didn't return back. The video didn't come out until after it was initially reported. So,
Right.
the first thing comes to mind is that we see a lot of people that are having going to Mexico and not been returning. So,
Correct.
and when by them showing that brief headline, people kind of brushed it under the rug, because I know I'm guilty of it. We brushed it up under the rug. Oh, okay. We just seen around that same time, it was three other individuals, a lady and two men that died in Mexico due to carbon monoxide poisoning. So
Mm-hmm.
at this time, according to Mexico officials, when they first made the announcement, she died. There was no foul play. There was nothing to suspect anything, what harm was brought to her. It was just, far as we knew, a natural death due to something
Right.
else. So
Right.
then when the video came, out, and it's different to hear something and read something,
Yes.
but to see something, that
Yeah,
takes it to a whole nother level.
it
So at
does.
this point, we are seeing someone who clearly does not want to fight. They don't want to fight. They say that those words come out of their mouth. And
Yes.
my thing is, and then the amount of rage that the person who was fighting her had, I mean, you would think that, I mean, she killed somebody that she loved or something. There was a lot of rage that I saw in that video. And then there was no empathy for human being, a person. Nobody in there had no empathy for what that girl was doing. They're
Exactly.
recording, they're egging it on, and then they're asking, is she not gonna, she told y'all she was. So at the point when she stated that she was not gonna fight back, where was the empathy? Where was anybody who supposedly was her friend gonna step up and say, okay, well, then she's not gonna fight back, leave her alone? That's the part that really messes me up, because these are people that you trust. You don't just get on a plane, leave the country. This ain't a you not this not going to Vegas. You're
Yeah.
leaving the country. So you have to be responsible for you and everybody with you, because so many things happen to Americans, and it's sad when they leave the country.
Yeah.
So you have to be aware of your surroundings. We hear the horror stories every day. You have to
Yes.
be aware of your surroundings. You have to be with people that you feel comfortable with, people that you know are going to watch your back and you can watch theirs. So and then again, we can say this because we're older. At the
Yeah.
time, if we were their age, who's to say we had, I know I went on group trips with people that I wouldn't per se necessarily that close to, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I've always been big on picking up context clues and signs, right? So, I can kind of feel a person out, and I feel people energy. I've always been able to do that. And if your energy is off
You
with
broke
me,
up.
I stay away
Okay.
from it. Even if we have to be, that's just like going on a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like going on a job. If you have bad energy, or you sensing some weird energy, and I know we just kind of standoffish. You don't have to, I'm one of those type of people,
Yeah.
you don't have to show me but one time. You know,
Right.
your energy don't have to be off with me but one time. And it could be something small, but if you show me that energy on something small, then what are you going to do on something big? So I believe people need to pay more attention to people's energy,
Yes.
because for that type of animosity I saw in that video, it has
Yes.
been some weird energy beforehand.
Oh yeah. Most
It has to be
definitely.
some signs, that this person had some type of issue with me,
Yeah.
because that type of aggression just don't come from one little argument. You just can't
Facts.
believe that. we just had one little argument and we're supposed to have this friendship, and then I'm that angry to where I want to beat you like that. She put her foot on this girl.
Look at the image, and this is why I put this image here for the audience to just look at that froze right there. Just look at the structure of the legs on her, whatever. um, and you can tell even by how she raised her whole hand going back. And again, we're gonna get to some of these videos, but I just wanted to point that out what you were saying. Just this is
It's a lot of rage.
it's a lot of rage in there.
Yeah. So
You broke up.
and I made this example because we have been friends, probably 15 years, maybe longer, you know. I made this example. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Because we have been friends, 15 years, maybe longer, right?
Yep.
And we have our disagreements because we're a Scorpio and a Gemini, and we're both really strong-minded in our opinions. We're not easily influenced. So you can give me your perception and I can give you mine, and we can agree to disagree,
Yeah.
but it's never to the point to where I want to with that so much rage, because if you've grown a friendship with somebody, you're supposed to have some type of empathy and care or some feelings for them, even when you get mad. That's like a family member. You can
Exactly.
get enraged with some of your family members, but you never want to hurt them in this in this fashion. You never want.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
and I'm not saying that this was I don't know if it was intentional. To me, my opinion, it kind of looks like a setup because they hadn't been there long.
Right.
And my mindset when I'm going on vacation, it's not to be fighting nobody. I was out of the country somewhere as beautiful as where they are. That's not my mindset, to be going out there angry with ill intent and to the point to where I want to fight. That's just not when I go on vacation, I'm there to relax.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and it's crazy that's y'all hadn't even been there that long. She was pronounced dead 24 hours after getting there. That means that,
Yeah.
but she was beaten probably the same day, within 12 hours or something, because they, according
Exactly.
to, this is allegedly, according to what they're reporting, she was out of it for some hours before help arrived.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means that this happened, somewhere within probably 12 hours of them getting there.
Absolutely. And well, we're going to go in and start looking at some of these videos that you sent, as well as some other videos that I found. And we're going to comb through some of the videos. We're going to watch the video, and then we're going to discuss it after we watch the video. So hold on. Let me see some, y'all, because I can't see nothing. Wait a minute. Okay, let me share my screen. Where's my present? Okay. Let me share my screen, you all. Hold on. Share screen. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. I'm wondering if it's been removed. Oh no. This is now, before we start here, before I push start on this particular video, this is the video of one of the guys that, now he's one of the ones that's saying that he was not there or he came later. Hold on. Let me stop it for a second before I start playing it. So he's the one that's on the live and saying that, this is what happened when he got there. So let's take a look at this, and we're going to comb through it when he finished talking.
It's real low, Cynthia. The sound is. There you go. That's better.
Okay, let's stop right there. Okay, for a second. Hold on. And let me stop sharing my screen on this. Hold on. And the reason why I'm having to do this, you guys, I'm using my two monitors. Okay. So bear with me. I'm using my monitors. This is my first time even using the monitors. So just based off of that particular video that we just watched, Quisha, what are your thoughts on what he's saying in the video?
I think he's I don't know, because I mean he produced receipts showing that he got there later.
His
So
itinerary.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's weird. I don't know. Yeah, he would produce his itinerary. So I don't know. My focus was not on him. It was more on the two guys that were actually in the room that we know to have been in the room. It's still no proof, no kind of way that he was in the room when the actual beating happened, which he may not have been. He may have arrived after it. And because like he said, when he came, she was out of it. But the point to where you don't ask questions.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah.
And I was just reading this. The coroner said she died 15 minutes after her injury. So she had been dead.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, let me see if I can even go and find the video. Let me see. Let me pull up the video. Let's see.
Wow.
Because.
And keep in mind, the maid found her. They didn't even report her. They left her in the room.
Right. And so now that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. So even with that being said, the maid had to be the one to find her. Okay. So we got the maid, we got them just after all this took place, just ran out the room. Just picture this, running out the room, trying to hurry up and do what?
They left.
Get their stuff and leave.
Yeah, they left.
Mm-hmm.
And they just left her body in the hotel room and returned to the States. That's what happened.
And that's the part that I find very hard to, that's my thing. That's the problem I'm having.
So she was unconscious when they called her mom.
Yeah.
And basic, she probably was already gone.
Yeah,
If the coroner said she was gone 15 minutes after the injury, she was
she was
already dead.
already gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was already gone, pretty much.
Nobody thought to call the ambulance, which was crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, said they called when they called the mother, the doctor hadn't arrived yet, but they said, "How do y'all know she had alcohol poison if the doctor hadn't got there yet?" Too. So who are y'all to diagnose that? That's
Right.
just something y'all came up with that y'all thought was going to sound good, because at the point y'all told the mother that the doctor hadn't even been there yet.
Yeah, that's what they said. So it's a lot with this. Now I want to go. I just pulled. I'm just waiting for it to the whole page to come up so that we can take a look at the actual video and comb through it as well. And this is from then CBeat, Raw and
Mhm.
Uncut, Filtered and Unfiltered, their website, and shout out to them. Let me go back over here and share my
So
screen.
while you're doing that, let me just read this. This was the last call reported from the mother.
Okay.
Shanquella died not long after she made her last phone call to her mother on October the 28th. Remind you, that's the day they got there, the 28th.
Okay.
So, like I
Okay.
was stating, that confirms what I was stating earlier. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And so during the call, the 25-year-old told her mother that their party had a chef. They were getting ready to eat. They were eating tacos or a salad or something. And the mother said, "Okay, I love you. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow." She said after this phone call, she never talked back to her child again, and she never made it home. She says the entire group returned from Mexico, leaving her body there.
Wow.
So back to what I was saying earlier, this happened almost immediately after they got. So I guess they got there and had some type of dinner, and it happened right after the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
The
This
same
photo.
day they got there.
Yeah, the same day they got there. Now this is Kalia here, the best friend here in this photo. This is him.
Mhm.
And let me go down. This is Dejanay, whatever her name is supposed to be, the alleged tranny, because they are saying now that rumors are circulating that she's a man. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. It's the friends for me. Let's get to the video. Here's the video. Now, I'm trying to see if I can make it bigger. This is, oh yeah, I can't expand it here. Okay, let's watch this video and then we're gonna comb through this video. Let's go. Let's stop right. And the reason why I'm pausing that, we're gonna start with that first blow. Did you see how she came at her?
Mhm. Yeah.
Let's finish. So right there, when she said no, you mean to tell me nothing in that girl heart, tranny or whatever she was allegedly, nothing in her heart gave her the direct instinct to just, you know what, let me stop. When she said no, the way she said no. Okay, before I replay this again, what you got to say on this, Quisha, before we, because
I just, again, like I said earlier, that's a lot of rage.
that's a lot of rage. Let's look at it again.
You see her knee her and kick her in her head.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, hold on. Let me stop. Let me stop. Exit out of this.
It really just makes me mad every
It
time I
makes
see
me
it.
mad every time I watch it also.
And
Let's go to this one. Okay. Let's go to this one. This is let me see which one this was. I was trying to get other footages. I don't think this is it. Let me go back out of that. I was trying to get, like if there was a different angle or, because there were one video that I haven't found yet that I've been looking for. And that's where they're alleging that Winter, which is the other one of the other friends, allegedly put her arm around her neck and body slammed her. And they said she didn't move no more after that. So if that took place, is it safe to say that she may be the one that caused the actual death blow or whatever? Not
I think
even the other one?
I don't want to take any blame away from this person.
Right. We don't want to take the blame
Yeah,
away at
I
all.
want to
Not
take
at all.
away from this person because I feel like it was a combination. She had spinal and head injuries.
Uh-huh.
So, and she was clearly kicking and punching her in her head. So if even if this allegedly other person body slammed her, did you see how she slung her a while ago to the ground?
Yes, I
So it's a
did.
combination. I think they're all, even the ones that was sitting there recording. I'm not gonna put the blame just on one person. They're all responsible. Because at the point that that girl said she didn't want to fight, no, none of you adults tried to stop that fight, and y'all just stood there recording.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit here and try to put blame on nobody, but everybody, not no
Everybody.
one, everybody.
That's
So
true.
whether allegedly Winter did anything, she just as if she was in the room, she's just as
Hold
guilty.
on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Go ahead. My bad. I don't know why
She
I'm stopping
Yeah,
it.
she just as guilty if she was in the room. Anybody that was in that room, they all need to get the same charge.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely need to get the same charge. The reason why this post was loading up and coming up is because allegedly she's trying to profit off of this. She's trying to charge people for
Yeah,
interviews
yeah, that's been proven. That's not hers. That's somebody else with some sick individual that is trying to capitalize off on this
off of
girl.
her.
Sadly,
Okay.
it's a lot of them making fake pages, trying to capitalize off this girl's death. No,
Well,
that's not her. She is under investigation. So, the detectives in Charlotte have confirmed they are watching their every move. So this would clearly be, stupid on her part to even do something like this. But they did confirm, because I did look at that page and I was like, no, she haven't made no post, and she only following a few people. That's not a real page, because she would have had
okay, because I'm
some.
looking at the 5,000 and some follow, but did she delete them, or is that a possibility? Do you think? Because at the end of the day, 5,553 followers, that's a lot of followers.
Yeah, from that page was just put up and people got started following just like we did. We looked at it waiting to see if she was going to
Got
interview.
you.
So
And they just started following and probably put on their
Mhm.
notifications, and that's how all the followers came about.
Yeah,
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
because the
Okay,
interview
so
that was from 2 days ago. So if that's the case, the interview was supposed to happen yesterday. Nobody's updated no video from no interview, and if the interview happened,
it would have been dropped by now.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so let's
people were
see.
just trying, to capitalize off this girl's death.
All right, now let's get to this one. It's uploading. Okay. So this is where they're saying that she is a dude. Okay, so let's see.
Turn your volume up.
They left her in Cabo, okay? Or they flew back home. But now, allegedly, the streets are saying that the woman that she was fighting with was this $6 lady. She's fighting a whole man, one of the girls. Hell, we allowed her to do this shit, man. What is going on? But she had a lot of pain. So it's like, what regular dude will let women fight today?
Okay.
You know?
Let's stop right there and let's discuss that for a second. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Let me get over here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a minute. Uh, okay. And let's talk about that for a second now, because it's rumors out there that it was a dude. Do you think this was a dude? And if so, why do you think it was a dude, Quisha?
Well, to me, the person had a lot of masculine features. Um, and it was just the way that the person had the rage and was fighting. I mean, and even when that person, and this is just my opinion, I don't know it to be true. It kind of made more sense. The rage and the way that the injuries came out,
Yeah, you broke
because
up. You broke up a little
and it was
bit.
probably the reason why she didn't want to fight.
Exactly. Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding. Because that was that was the,
yeah,
yeah, that was the first thing
and
that
I don't
came to
know.
my mind.
Could just be a strong woman. Women sometimes have masculine features too, so I can't say that. It did kind of made a light bulb go off in my head and made me kind of think and look deeper now, because I'm like, that is a lot of masculinity. And I seen some people debating saying, well, she has breasts, so do a lot of trans women,
Transgender.
and they're
Yes,
natural breasts because they take hormones.
that part.
And they're not implants; they're natural breasts. But I mean, I don't want to put that on that community, because I don't know that to be true, and it wouldn't make a difference to me, because either way it go, they were wrong.
That part. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So once the fight ended, well, I'm not even gonna say this was a fight, because it wasn't even a fight. You understand? Because she didn't swing back,
It
so
was
it wasn't a fight.
it was an attack.
It was an attack, an ambush. Looks like to me, because you had all the ones that it looks like the entryway of her doorway of the room that she was in. That's where they all were gathered around with their phones out, as if this was premeditated, planned. Like they bum rushed that girl room while either she was in the shower or trying to get dressed or coming out or whatever, because she was nude. She was nude. To me, that spoke volumes. Like, she was trying to get herself together and they all just bum rushed in her room. Like, what's really going on here? What are we doing here? Makes no sense. And
No.
so they leave the room. They leave after this attack on her. They leave her, go back to their hotels, pack up, and they get the hell up out of there. Got up out of Dodge,
Mhm.
caught the first plane smoking.
Mhm.
Okay. Got back to the States, got back here, and trying to save face. The Khalil, which is the best friend, he runs over to the mama house, the parents' house, and also allegedly Winter and the other girl, or one of the other girls, and this Dion Janae chick that fought her had the audacity to come too to try to act like nothing happened. They saying that this was all alcohol poisoning. Why do you think that they made up this big lie about the alcohol poisoning of all things when she clearly had these bruises all over her face? What do you think that was about?
So, I was yeah, I just read the mom's statement, and she said they told a few different stories. They all had different stories.
Mm-hmm.
This statement she made today, she said it's been different stories, so the stories have been changing.
Wow.
Either way, I'm confused with the timeline, because if y'all left her in there unconscious and the maid had to find her, how did y'all know she was dead? When did y'all find out she was dead? or y'all already knew she was dead when y'all left her there.
That part.
And y'all didn't stick around to let nobody else know. Why did the
That part.
maid have to come in and find out and get somebody there immediately when y'all were already there when it happened?
Yeah.
When you seen she wasn't responding, you should have came immediately.
Yeah. That's where I am with it.
So I don't know. It's weird, and I know some more things are gonna come out because everybody in that group is nervous. The community is putting the pressure on them. They're not able to be at home. They're not able to go to work. They're not even able to be on the social media. There has been great media pressure, and Black Twitter is all over it, as well as other social media groups. So somebody's going to eventually break. The pressure is being put on them.
Oh, absolutely.
And
And it
when you have as many of them, it's like what, somebody is going to break, and it's we're going to find out what actually happened or whatever. And my thing is, the best friend, he will have the hardest time. And
yes,
even and let's say, for instance, nobody breaks and nothing comes of this, your conscience alone is going to eat you alive. Don't think that you've gotten away with anything. And I hope they ever hear this. Please don't ever think that you got away with anything, any
right.
of you. And
That's
you're
right.
all just as equally guilty as if you put your hands on her themselves. You have to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. It could easily been them jumping you.
Exactly.
So please don't
Exactly.
think y'all have gotten away with anything. It may not, it may take it a minute because it did happen out of the country, but you will get your karma.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that was on some really jealous, and it was just so obvious that it was a lot of jealousy and envying going on within that group with her, with her. And she was invited by the best friend.
Hmm.
Um, and this is why you got to be mindful of what we call invitations, okay? And who's inviting you
Hmm.
and why they
What we
are
call
inviting you,
friendships.
and what we call
Ain't none of,
friendships.
so even if we're not my best friend, if I call you a friend, you somebody I should be able to trust, not to make sure I get hurt.
That part.
So we keep putting best friend on that, but the if we take the best off, even if
Exactly.
you weren't her best friend, if they're your friends, nobody should want to see you harmed or hurt. And even,
Exactly.
well, and let's play devil's advocate. It was a mistake. It happened. It was an accident.
Mhm.
Nobody had the sense to be honest. You could not be in trouble. The people,
Exactly.
you are making it worse for yourself because mistakes happen. You know,
They
people
do.
fight all the time, you
Mhm.
know, and
Mhm.
mistakes happen. If your
Mhm.
intentions were not to kill her, be honest, be upfront, say what happened, and you probably wouldn't even be in it, especially if you didn't touch her, you wouldn't be in
Mhm.
as much trouble. But by
Mhm.
you being complicit in the lie, it's
Yep.
what you're being convicted off of in the public.
Yes, because now
Congress
you
has
have
already
placed
convicted
yourself.
you
Yeah.
because you are complicit in lying to this girl's family.
Exactly. So now you're part of the crime now.
Yeah, because you omitted a lot of information.
Yeah.
You didn't tell the mom and them nothing about the fight. They found that out from an outside party.
Yeah.
That's
Because you didn't volunteer. That should have been the first thing that came out your mouth. The
oh,
part
okay.
that I didn't
So now
get.
you're complicit. You're omitting information. Those are all crimes, especially when you're a part of a crime to withhold important information and be complicit. You can be charged. That's what an accomplice is. You're complicit.
Exactly. You're an accomplice at this point, and that's
Mhm.
what you would be charged as such, an accomplice to this crime.
You should have never.
Absolutely.
You if you didn't, the best friend, if you never touched your best friend, even if you weren't in the room, let's say you weren't in the room and they came and got you and said, "Hey, she's unconscious" or whatever. you not questioning them and calling the police and questioning them in front of the police. That's what I would have did. Oh, y'all come and got me, and all of a sudden my friend is on the ground beat up. Oh no, ain't nobody leaving. Let me call the police. We finna ask some questions.
Exactly, because that's what I couldn't understand was when the guy that was in on the live, the other one, when he said that when he got there and they told him that she had alcohol poisoning, but minus what they told you, your eyes clearly saw her, the struggle was real. She had been beaten. So even with that being said, you ignored all those signs
Mm-hmm.
and continue to, as you say, treat her as an alcohol poisoning victim.
And how can y'all say that? How did y'all come to that conclusion? Is that something the doctor told y'all, or
Right. Like, what made them come to
did
that
y'all just come up
conclusion
with
of
it yourself?
come up with right? Because, but if and if even if just say that they came up with that themselves, that had to be like the dumbest shit. Like that was dumb. That was really dumb to try to come up with that. That was just dumb. Didn't make any sense. And clearly the autopsy came back. She didn't have any alcohol in her system. Make it make sense. And it looks like it was early in the morning. Like they hadn't started the day yet. So that's what I'm kind of trying to go back on the timeline. I'm like you, I'm confused about the timeline because in the
I'm
video
confused about a lot
she
of
had
it
the bonnet
because
on and the girl and Shanquella was naked like as she had came out the shower was trying to put on clothes and the other one she had a bonnet on. Like this was kind of on a morning thing. Like I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
it was more. You had to think about the time difference too, and when it gets late there, it could have still been the same day they got there after the dinner, and she could have been getting ready for bed. We don't know because if she died on the 28th, they got there on the 28th.
That's true.
Their flight got there on the 28th.
So if that's the case, she was dead before, way before, and like you, way before in the 24 hours, way within the 12 hours of being there.
Or if she died on the I can't remember if it was,
It was
but
29th. I think it's
it might
29th.
have been the 29th. She was
Yeah, it was
pronounced
29th.
dead. Okay, so even so, she talked to her mother that night, the 28th. And if the autopsy is saying she was dead 15 minutes after the accident happened, it had to happen somewhere overnight.
That's what I'm saying. So did the argument or whatever occurred because in the fighting or in the midst of her hitting her, she after she finished, she hitting her.
Hold on, real quick.
I'm
Okay,
tired of
so
you.
it's saying three.
What did it say?
So on the 29th, I think the pronounced dead was 3 or 3:15, right? So
Okay.
that's when they pronounced her dead. She probably had been dead longer than that because they had left her in the room.
Okay.
So you possibly right. This happened the next morning.
Okay.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm
Mhm.
confused about the timeline because and see these are all different stories that people are telling. That's the reason why it's so confusing because all of them have different timelines and different stories is what the mother was stating.
Right.
So we're just trying to put stuff together and as we wait, more and more is going to come out because they're
Oh
going to tell
yeah.
us more because like I said, that pressure is being put on them. And it's so unfortunate in our community that we have this type of animosity and jealousy against people we claim to be our friends,
I'm
even
telling you.
even associates. I don't never, it's never a reason to where I want to beat somebody who literally don't want to defend themselves.
Right.
And
That's bullying at that point. That's an
it's
ambush. That was
yeah,
an
it's
ambush.
so disheartening to
Yeah.
see this all over in our community, and it's
Yeah.
sad. I, for one, again, want to send my condolences to the family and to the mother. I
Absolutely.
hope they get the justice that they deserve because, even though she'll never get over the loss of her child, it's going to bother her even more that she don't know what happened
Absolutely.
in them last hours.
Yeah. Because in her mind, all she's thinking about is when her daughter called her. And the
Mhm.
last thing that she told her that she was getting ready to eat. And she told her, call me when when you get done. And she didn't hear back from her. That has to be just A mother's worst fear,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, it's true. I hate that, and like again, I said it's so we're gonna keep following these stories because, like I said, I know it's more to it. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. It was another, hold on, let me see. Because it is so many, it was so many videos going out, and that's another thing. Uh a lot of videos going out. But the video that I'm waiting to see, the footage of the alleged Winter supposedly body slammed her also. So if that was the case, okay, then now we have several people. Is more or less of a jump now. Now y'all they jumped her. Now y'all done jumped this girl. Okay. So it wasn't bad enough that this girl
hmm.
allegedly or supposed to be training whatever did this to her, then y'all continue to jump her, you know, of some footage that we have not seen allegedly. So we don't know. We want to know. We trying to find out. We want answers too. We trying to find out. Inquiring minds want to know what happened. Why did they deactivate all their social media pages, all the friends? Their phone numbers been disconnected. I saw where and shout out to Storm Monroe, did a live yesterday and went down the list. He had their phone numbers. He went down the list of every last one of the friends and called them on the live. And as he called them on the live, each one of their phones were disconnected, of course. And allegedly, DeAndre, whatever her name is, DeAndre, the one
Hmm.
who hit her, allegedly has flown all the way. She's in Connecticut now, fleeing she's fleeing to Connecticut. She's in Connecticut, allegedly, hiding out. What is all the hiding out for? What is all, if you're innocent, and she just got alcohol poisoning, what are you hiding for?
Hmm.
What you hiding for?
I don't know. It's like I said, we're gonna see what happens.
And for Mexico, Cabo, Mexico, to rule it alcohol poisoning. That's strange. What are your thoughts on Cabo and why they even did that? Why they even let them go and come back over here to the States without charging them? Why do you think that is?
I just think that that they don't care for Americans like that. It's not a priority to them. That's not one of their. They don't even, and they say I don't even want to say this because this sounds bad. That a lot of times they don't care for their own people because we hear of all the horrific crimes and stuff that the Mexico people suffer, and all of the blackmailing and all of the crooked police things that are going on over there. And it's sad, and that's why a lot of those people do flee that country. And so I mean, I'm not surprised that they didn't do anything. That part doesn't surprise me. I mean, because this
Yeah,
isn't the first time and won't be the last time. um,
right.
I don't believe they want that heat but which they finna get it anyway because a lot of times a lot of these deaths that happen over there they go uninvestigated. The families don't put up enough attention to it, and people just sweep stuff up under the rug and they just go with whatever they say. But this family is being persistent and they have a whole community that's behind them, so it's some pressure being put on them now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
It's so hard when someone gets their life is ended in another country versus here because we're out of our jurisdiction, so we're at the whim of them waiting to see what they're going to do. But hopefully that our FBI gets involved, which would make that make it easier for them to pursue these charges, and they may have known that. I don't know.
yeah,
They may have known that.
yeah.
And I can't say that. That's just my opinion. It's just so weird that she hadn't even been there that long.
I know. And and really, to be honest, does does that make you want to stay away from Cabo? After hearing not just
It makes
this
me wanna
story, but all the lot that's been going on with this with Cabo in itself, because not just this young lady lost her life, there were three other people
3 other people.
lost their life the same day.
Mhm. So, I don't know, it's scary, you know what I'm saying? And I think they may need to look into the cause of death of those 3 people. Why are you just taking their word for it? Because their report said it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Why are people in 2022? Why are people dying of that in their Airbnb? Why is that a issue?
Yeah,
Carbon monoxide. Why is that even an issue?
yeah,
And their family may need to look into that.
absolutely.
But see, when they say things like that, people just
You
because
broke
now
up.
this is overshadowing those deaths, and people are just sweeping that up under the rug. I
Yeah,
said now that Shaquilla's death happened, this is overshadowing their death because we're just going by what those people said they died of carbon monoxide.
exactly. But I'm like you, maybe the families need to look off into their deaths as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
um
it's it's heartbreaking.
yeah,
It's
it's very
heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. Like I said, it's very heartbreaking. It's and I don't want to say it deters people from going to Cabo, because there's other parts of Mexico, other countries where things have happened to people when they travel. I think it should make you be more aware of the energy you keep around you.
Yes, I
I
agree.
think you need to be more aware of the signs when
I
people
agree.
show, even little signs. They make little jokes, negative jokes, or they say it's a joke after you say something to them about it, or just weird energy. And then sometimes we can be so out of it, especially if we're having fun and we're drinking, that we don't pay attention. And I'm thinking that this may have been the case, because it had to be some weird energy for that type of animosity to come from that.
And it's funny you said that, because allegedly the sister said that she did get a text or call or something from Shanquella saying, let quote unquote, these
Somebody
hoes,
disagreement.
somebody, yeah,
Allegedly.
about it,
Mhm.
these hoes trying to fight me. So it was already up in the air. So it was already, like you said, that energy was already there. It was already
Mhm.
there, and she felt that energy. I just wish she had removed herself from that situation before it
Yeah,
was too
but she
late.
could have went to a hotel. If they
She
were
could
if
have
I
just got,
arrived there
yeah.
and they were acting funny with me, oh, let me check out of
Let
here.
me
Let me
just
go to
go.
a hotel.
Yeah. Let me get the hell up out of here. Yeah. Let me just go and check
If
out.
everybody's got this weird energy for me, and you are this angry, and so have so much animosity, you have to protect your own energy.
Yep.
Nobody else will.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's where I am with that, and I feel like, and back to this so-called best friend who allegedly invited her in the first place. So he should not be sleeping. He should not be sleeping at all.
Amazing.
Knowing that is had you not invited this girl on this trip, she may still be alive. You
Mhm.
know, had you not invited her amongst of these wolves, okay, sheep's in wolves' clothing, that you brought her around these people.
And whether they convicted or not, these people have ruined their lives. All of them
Mhm.
young, in their 20s.
Yeah,
Y'all
life
have
is just
ruined
gone.
y'all lives over a stupid fight. If I
Yeah,
like somebody, yeah, you done ruined your life.
yeah,
It was never that serious.
it was
And then
not.
covering up and being complicit, you ruined your life too, when you could have just been honest and told the truth about what happened.
Exactly. Instead of trying to cover it up and lie about it, just come out and tell the truth. Still, we still don't know what the argument, what even started about. Like, what enraged her so bad to where they had to ambush her room like this. You know, we still don't know. We probably won't know, because of all the lies being told. This person saying this person saying that. And like the mama said, nobody's stories adding up. So we'll probably never get the straight answer as to what really transpired and what went on to lead to this.
And this is, like I said, I feel so bad for that family, that
I
mother, and
do.
that Father, that just breaks my heart for them. And I know they are, going through what I mean, that's hard. That's
Yes.
hard. Your
Yes.
young, healthy daughter goes on a vacation and doesn't come back, and the
It doesn't
people
come back.
that she trusts to go on the vacation with, they left
Left her.
her.
Yeah. Just left her body there. Just left her. Left her. Left parents had to pay six thousand
Young
dollars
people, I
to
just
get her
want to
back.
say, protect your energy.
Yes,
They did. And, to my young people out there that's listening, protect your energy.
absolutely.
And don't ignore signs of bad energy. Please don't.
Exactly.
You, I'm one of those. You ain't got to show me but once
Yeah.
that your energy is off with me.
Yeah. And I'm gonna distance myself. I'm gonna back off.
You better. These people not playing fair. They're not. It's different than it was when we was growing up. We stayed away from people we didn't deal with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
These people they have malice in their heart to where they want to physically harm you.
yeah.
Different.
Yeah, these people, oh, they way different. They're way different, you know. It's sad, but I wanted to I wanted to talk on it. And I know that it's a lot of content creators that have talked on it and kind of updating us. So we're gonna keep update as well and see where this goes with this case. And hopefully the feds get involved. Now, allegedly, a police officer has already, they've been going to the houses, these so-called addresses that are no longer existing. But I'm pretty sure when the feds get a hold of this case, and I'm thinking that they already have, and I'm afraid that they step in and go ahead and expedite them back, have Mexico expedite them back for charges and press charges on them. If Cabo want to remain, to have visitors and tourists coming to Cabo, I suggest you all make it right. Otherwise, going to Cabo, to anybody, they're going to think second before going and booking their trips. And I think you all should be mindful of that. Mindful of where you're going. And again, like Quisha said, your surroundings of who you going with. If you know the energy is off and these people don't mean good, stay away from them. Especially,
Don't ignore.
forbid a trip.
Yeah, don't ignore the signs if
Do
they there.
not. Yeah, don't ignore them signs because they're gonna be there. There, and I'm pretty sure she saw a lot of signs that she ignored,
And unfortunately, it cost her life.
and it cost her her life. And it's very unfortunate. And again, my condolences going out to the family. My prayers and my sympathy goes out to this family. I can't even fathom that happened until now. And I have a daughter her age she'll be 27 tomorrow. And I couldn't even fathom getting a phone call. And it's crazy. My daughter, she's on her way out of town. My son is out of town. He's in Hawaii. Both my children are out of town right now. You know, forbid I get a call. I'm telling you, I wouldn't know. No. So for their mother to get the call, even the way she got the call, for them to call her 1 minute and say she basically like got a hangover, she sleep or she not feeling well, and then the next minute you call back and say she dead. Oh, as a mother, I probably would have been on that first plane. They wouldn't have beat me here as I remember much. I would have been on the plane getting to them. Because as soon as they called me, was like, well, she and I would have been like, well, let me talk to her. Okay, let me talk to my baby. And then they couldn't get her to the phone. Who'd have been on that first plane smoking would have been me. And by the time before they could even get out that hotel, I'd be pulling up. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. But again, I just want to send like my condolences to the family. To anybody who was a part of the situation, man, come clean. Come clean. I mean, this girl is not resting. You know, come clean. She didn't deserve this. I don't care what she did. She did not deserve this. Young people pick up on energies and learn to walk away. It's not that if somebody don't want to fight you, walk away.
Yeah, don't
Walk
bully. Don't be bullying
You've
and just
already, if somebody is telling you they want to fight you, then already won. If that's
you
your
done
goal,
already won. Yeah,
if
and
that's
you
your
then it was
goal to
on
win,
camera. Exactly. So you would have had that on film where she didn't
mhm,
fight you. Let it go. Let
yeah.
it go. Just
If
let it
that's
go.
your goal to say that you won when they say they don't want to fight you. If that's the because that's the goal, if by you recording it, that's the
That part.
goal.
That
You
part.
know, unfortunately, that's the way the world is. Everything reacts off of videos and social media. Everybody want the clout.
Clicks and
You
views. Yeah.
know, so the thing about it is just walk away. You mean it's never that serious because a fight could lead to something like a simple fight could lead to something like this and ruin the rest of your life. And think about the hell you putting your family and loved ones through because believe it or not, these people are harassing these folks' families. They're putting
Exactly.
the pressure on these people, families.
Yeah.
Um, One of these guys' dad I seen on Facebook had to shut his Facebook down because they were messaging him about his son being involved, and they had to shut. They're going to, and you really can't blame them
You
because if you
can't.
were in these shoes, you would want answers and justice.
Exactly. Because
So
like you said, if you can't get to them, the next thing is gonna be the family. It's the family. That's the next best thing to get close
and
to.
better hope it's no street justice involved. That's what y'all better help. It's no street justice involved.
That's what I'm talking about. Cause see, they mess around and get the wrong family victim. You don't know how they family gonna react. You see,
Mhm.
run across the wrong
Especially when they
people.
feel like you feel like you walking around here feeling like you done got away with something. Oh,
You know,
that's like
yeah, you
digging in
being
the open.
arrogant. Yes,
That's
that's
like
like
digging in somebody's open womb. Oh, I'm already got this big hole in me, and then you digging in it because
mhm,
you walking around like you ain't like
antagonizing
yeah.
me and shit.
So
Yeah,
just make sure that it's not no street justice. That's why I say it's not gonna end well.
it's not
Somebody is going to take a plea deal and they're going to snitch on everybody else. Maybe you should be the first one.
exactly.
You already in trouble. Ain't no way of getting out of it. But whoever you are, if you're thinking about it, maybe you should be the first one to go on and get your deal. Because if you ain't the first one, you're gonna be screwed.
Period. Period. So that's neither here nor there. You know, I hate that this happened to somebody so young, and it's always, and I don't know what's going on. It's that generation of the mindset, the thought process, and I'm even go back and take it back to, and a lot of people, a lot of time they say starts from the home. I don't care how you raise a child. Once they leave your home, they're gonna have their own process of the way they think.
You know, they
And
own
you in their own mind, you can
mind.
distill the best of the best in the best.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's gonna miss them.
they're still going to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. And you have no control over it.
You have no control of
All you
that.
can do is pray over your kids, and pray over their friends, pray over who they have in their circle,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
But again, I dread these conversations, but they have to be had.
they have to.
Unfortunately, here we are. They have to be had. This is bothering me. It's reminiscent of Kanika Jenkins because
Exactly.
I was obsessed with that. That
Yes.
was
You
such a
were.
mystery. I was obsessed with that back in
Yes.
2017. So, and
Yes.
I'm not saying it's the same situation. I'm saying it's reminiscent. When
Yes, it is.
someone dies like that, and there
And
are no
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 real
no
answers.
reason, no
Right.
context clues.
Yeah.
It's
It's
nothing
it's a
to
mystery.
history. So, and people are infatuated with mysteries, which means that they're going to keep digging until they get to you. Some people that it is their mission, to solve mysteries. And some people can't
Yeah.
rest until they solve them.
Hmm. Yeah.
So come clean. Again, I said if you come clean.
Yeah, I suggest you do
Mhm.
because it's not gonna go anywhere. It's
And
not.
it could have been a simple accident, but
It could have.
just making it worse the longer you stay quiet.
Yeah, because and I had to play devil's advocate with it, and I thought about it, and I said, well, I don't think that they were intentionally trying to kill her, but at the same time, they let it got too far,
Mhm.
and no one stopped it.
Nobody showed any compassion.
Nobody showed no compassion. Nobody tried even nothing, and that's where it became a problem when they allowed the attack and no one said nothing. So that's where it made them the accomplice at that time. And then the line behind it after that, the after fact, the lies.
Nobody even showed any compassion after the girl was unresponsive. Y'all got y'all stuff and left her there. My thing is, it's one thing to allow the fight and see it and not show none, but when you find out she's no longer living, you still don't show no compassion.
Yeah,
That is weird to me.
that was
And
very
I'm not
weird.
saying they didn't, but their
Yeah,
actions say otherwise.
right.
Now, what they're going through mentally, I can't attest to that. Anybody with a heart should be going through something mentally, even witnessing or being a part of this situation. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're all, just bad people, and they're not suffering mentally or anything. I'm just saying their actions
Mm-hmm.
by leaving her there say otherwise.
Yes. Yeah. Um, I saw where you sent me something from Twitter.
Yeah, I
What?
read. That was what I read to you earlier about the mom saying that they were telling different stories now.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
already read that one too. I was just sending it to you.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, it's a mystery. Everybody's waiting to see what really happened.
Yeah. And I'm sure today we're going to get another update of something has transpired or something has come up. Um, so more than likely, I know I'll come back and do an update video between Sunday and Monday because I'm pretty sure something else new is going to come forth by then. And we're just going to follow it and see what happens with it. Also, I'm going to do a video on Kanye and Kyrie because I needed to discuss that. I definitely need to discuss that as well. There's another story that I just that was brought to my attention on what's going on in Wisconsin. We're going to talk about that as well with these police officers sexually harassing or doing some things allegedly with some inmates that have came forth. And
No,
we're
they're
gonna
not even. No, they're not even inmates. They're people.
well people that were
Yeah,
arrested, yeah.
trying the people that they're trying to arrest.
Right. And so we're gonna do a video on that, come back and speak on that as well. But I definitely wanted to do this video on Shanquella Robinson's death and my take on it, as well as get my friends' take on it as well, because we, as she stated, we've been friends for over more than a decade, and this is something that we could never see ourselves getting involved in whatsoever with a friendship. This is not how friends conduct themselves. This is not acceptable, and it's not cool. Okay, so yeah, we wanted to touch on that, and I want to thank you also, Quisha, for joining me on the panel and
Anytime. I
discussing it.
enjoyed the conversation. Always good content as usual. Thanks for the sincerity for supporting, and like I said, drop your questions, comments, even if you have information that we're not aware about. Even if something you heard that may need to be corrected, correct it. We don't know
Absolutely,
everything. We're just getting
absolutely,
stuff off of social media as well. Our opinions, these are our opinions, and they're all allegedly as well. And we just appreciate
absolutely,
the interaction and any information because, like I said, this is weighing heavy on our hearts because it's so reminiscent of the Kanika Jenkins case. And it's just a mystery, and it's crazy to even know that in 2022 you can't even go on vacation with so-called friends.
yeah,
we'll be looking in those comments. So make sure you drop down those questions. And if you want to correct us, we will take those corrections as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, as Quisha stated earlier, you guys pay attention to the energy of the people that you are around. Pay attention to the red flags and remove yourself from any situation that you find that your life is going to be in danger. And on that note, we are going to conclude the CyntSaidIt podcast show. You guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button on the way out. And again, I want to thank all my subs for subbing, my new subs, my day one subs. I appreciate each and every last one of you all. And if you have not downloaded that Spreaker app, go ahead and download it. It's absolutely free. So with that being said, you guys, I want to thank you all again for joining the CyntSaidIt podcast show. And until next time, we are out.